Welcome to the Kendi and Raybo podcast, episode 11, recorded in Kendi's box room.
You ready?
Yeah.
You good to go?
Count us in.
3, 2, 1.
Are we going on? You know the way when you're counting, there's always this kind of debate over where do you go, like 1, 2, do you go on 3?
On 3, 2, 1?
No, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
And do we go and go?
Do we go or do we go on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, yeah, I go on 3.
You go on 3? I
Yeah.
go on 3 too.
Yeah.
No,
3,
not
2.
3, 2.
Can we do a 5 count and then not count the last 2 because that's the dead air that you need before you go on air? So 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon and welcome along to episode 11, the Kendi and Raybo podcast with myself, Raybo, and himself,
Kendi.
Good lad.
You said that in the pure kind of radio voice.
I do, yeah.
Are you getting into this a bit?
I'm not. I'm fascinated with recording one of these the morning after a good session of pints.
Oh, yeah.
Because I find my voice goes all deep and kind of gravelly.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I have the same thing, man. I have a chest like a junkie's carpet right now, man. I got the flu last week and it cut me wide open.
Can we just look at that for a second? A junkie's carpet.
A chest like a junkie's carpet. But imagine all the old bits and pieces that'd be on a junkie's carpet.
And you're saying your chest is filled with stuff at the minute. Ah, okay.
I feel like I'm after... I feel like I went down to Strand Hill and I swallowed a bag of sand that was on the beach with old pebbles and old sea stuff in it. I swear to God. You can hear it in my voice now, I'd say.
Yeah, you're a bit croaky.
It's fair husky now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say croaky, she's husky.
Do you ever go a while without the flu? It just dawns on you, maybe of an afternoon, you might be just sitting there and all of a sudden, Jesus, great.
Yeah.
I haven't had the cold in a while.
Yeah.
And then an hour later.
Yeah. But I get it twice a year at the same time every I'm actually a few weeks early on my cycle this time. I get it in January.
Yeah.
And I get it usually in September, but I got it now in July, August.
Right.
So she came a wee bit early. I'm going to be sneezing and spluttering.
It's an awful thing to get a cold in hot weather.
Do you know, I find that... so there's 2 times in my life, right? I'm not a religious man, right? There's 2 times in my life where I will pray to a God that I don't even think is there, right?
Right.
And I tell him, I will do anything you want if you end this for me now, like.
Do you find it real torture?
Yeah, like one of them is a flu. When I get a really bad flu, I actually pray to the heavens and say, if there's anyone up there, please, if you finish this, I'll fill up the Trocra box. I'll join the Peace Corps, and please just let this end. And the other time is when I get a wodious dose of Runstapation.
What did you call it? Runstapation.
Runstapation
Is the opposite of constipation, is it?
Well, no, it's both of them put together. It's like whistling with a mouthful of Weetabix kind of thing. You know when you're stuck to the bowl.
Didn't take as long to get back to this topic, does it?
You know when you're stuck to the bowl. Don't be telling me out there that none of you get this. Of course you do. You get stuck to it. And I pray to the Lord above, if you get me off this bowl, man, I will do anything you want if you're up there. And then you get off and you go, I was only messing about that.
But could you imagine, Paul, if there is in fact a God up there, you know, and he has a direct line to you and you're pleased. So as soon as you start pleading to him, he's hearing it straight away.
Yeah.
But he hasn't heard a tap from you in 6 months.
Yeah.
And he's going, now he needs me.
Yeah, that's what's happening. He's going, this fell onto me again. Like, Christ above.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what happens 2 times in my life when I get, but I think I'm over the flu now, but it just has me James Joyce a bit messed up is all.
You're James Joyce.
Be voice.
Oh, very good.
Be all voice, because I've been singing every night and it isn't helping us at all.
But you're fit now to do this today.
Do you know that song Fisherman's Blues?
I do.
I thought my voice was okay until I tried to do the I was going, Jesus Christ above. That ain't working. I'm not going up there tonight. That's for sure. I'm sick. Anyway, we get on to a couple of beers, Ray. You brought beers and I brought beers. This is happening a good bit now.
Well, I got given beers. Again, Colin Noon brought out in Drumcliff.
Fair play to him.
Dropped me in an Imram Belgian IPA from the White Hag Brewing Company.
White Hag is a Sligo brewing company,
It is. They had their big Hagstravaganza last weekend.
Oh, they did, this is right.
They did indeed. I heard it was a fantastic affair.
Would you want to drink yours then and forget about
Well, I don't know.
Kendi's?
What have you got? It depends
see,
now.
I was down below, myself and Nicola were doing the shopping.
As you do.
Below in Aldi.
Yeah.
And Aldi, I have to hand it to them. They have a gorgeous selection of cool beers, like, you know?
You have the gayest bag I've ever seen. It's pink. And it says clean girls written on it. That's all I can see.
It does say clean
Yeah,
girls.
it says clean girls written on it. And something about God bless soap.
Yeah. Don't be talking about my bag now, right? You leave my bag out of this. Did I ever tell you the thing that a friend of ours, Keeve, said? He has this theory that, like, it's like an old Irish thing, that if you're either, if you're gay, or else if you're a guard, that it's the first thing someone will say about you. So, bear with me for a second, man. This makes sense.
I'm just seeing me having to edit this bit out. But go
No,
on
you
anyway.
won't have to edit it out.
Right,
Not
okay.
at all. Not at all. You won't have to edit this out.
Yeah.
So, if you're talking to someone of an older generation or whatever,
Yeah.
they will say, oh yeah, they'll talk about someone. And they'll say, oh yeah, Jimmy down below, he's a guard.
That's true.
Or they'll say, Jimmy down below, he's gay.
That's true too.
It's the first thing that you're recognised as.
What if
by
we
them.
both?
And I have a third one
Go
to
on.
add to Keeve's one as well, if Keeve is listening. If they don't drink.
Oh yeah, that's
So
a big one.
if the first thing, like if someone goes, oh yeah, your one there is nice or whatever, yeah, she doesn't drink. That's the first thing you'd say about them. But there's a girl who comes into our gigs at Sunday Mass in Tricky's, McGargles.
Yeah.
And she's mad dancing and stuff. And it's always, I do it as well. People go, your one's great crack and she's lovely. And I say, yeah, she doesn't drink.
She doesn't drink. Yeah.
And they go, what?
Yeah.
She
She
doesn't-
isn't shocked.
Is there something wrong with her? Is she sick?
Is she on antibiotics?
Yeah, she must be on antibiotics. She just
You
doesn't
know,
drink.
apparently there's only 2 antibiotics that you
Yeah,
can't
that's a myth.
drink on.
Yeah, it's a myth apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be telling us flat out you can't do it.
Well, now in fairness, apparently they don't work as well if you're bananas. But that's everything. Nothing works where you. Nothing works as well when you're bananas.
Yeah, it'll just cut it out. Like,
Yeah, like driving cars doesn't
Yeah.
work as well when you're bananas. Having sexy time, no, not good. Not good when you're bananas.
playing pool with a
Yeah.
rope, Ray.
Yeah.
Playing pool with a rope.
Antibiotics,
Tiernan
they don't work as well when you're bananas. Oh, that's another thing. Another debate I had today. Apparently, bananas.
Yeah.
Would you think that a banana a day would be bad for you?
You can overdose on potassium.
You can, but it'd be 7.5 bananas a day.
Probably more. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat 7.5 bananas a day.
yeah, what are you, a monkey?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm only going to eat the 1 banana a day.
Yeah.
That's not bad for you.
Why? Who told you it was bad for you?
Oh, just someone told me it was bad for me.
But when you were working here in Sligo, every single day of your life you ate a banana sandwich at lunch.
It's because, I suppose, childhood, that banana sandwich is what we had when we came in from school.
But did you not get sick of it?
No, never. But I know you can't have 2 banana sandwiches in a day.
Why?
You just can't.
Why?
I don't know why. I've been programmed. It's just I can't have 2 bananas. I can't have a banana sandwich in the afternoon, and then if I'm hungry, then that night we'll say after the dinner.
Yeah.
I couldn't have a second banana sandwich.
No?
No, I'd have to go for ham or chicken or something.
Jesus
Couldn't
Christ.
have banana. Not
So
a hope.
weird. I wouldn't go for a banana.
No.
No, I wouldn't be into doing fruit.
Do you eat fruit at all?
No.
How many fruit and vegetables do you have a day?
None.
None.
No, I will. I'll have a lump of an old pea or an old. Nick, they'll try and make me eat the trees. I've no interest in eating the trees.
What do you mean eating trees?
The broccoli.
Oh God.
I'm not eating no fucking trees.
Little trees.
I don't want to be eating them.
But do you eat any vegetables of a day? Or fruit? You don't, do you?
I don't think so. Am I going to die? You're actually giving me this realisation that I don't eat anything like that.
You don't eat any fruit or vegetables?
No, I eat carrots.
Do you eat carrots though?
Yeah, no, I do eat carrots.
When do you eat carrots?
When I'm having my dinner.
Oh, so be carrots in the dinner?
Yeah, if I was having a lump of chicken.
Right, okay.
You're making me freak out a little bit, Ray. Am I going to die?
You're not going to die. So I wouldn't eat a whole pile either. Except for the banana, which I'm told is shit now.
So I got a McGargle's Rosie's Pale Ale.
Right.
And Rosie's there and she's happy out. She's taking a selfie
Right.
above on top. And then I got this. It's called the Bird's Bees. She's a golden summer ale. That's why I got it. Because it pissed the rain outside.
Which one did you want now?
I was going to have Rosie.
I want the summer ale.
You want the birds.
Yeah.
Would you want to drink them or do you want to drink?
I will drink them and then sure if we get thirsty after that, we
Yeah.
can always knock into the old white hag, the wee tins.
Yeah. So thanks a million, Colin Noonan again. Fair play to him, and he's filling us to the brim with beer. he's a man after my own candy.
That's very nice now, that stuff now.
Yeah, well,
I'd
we
not
don't
like me to say that now in fairness.
Oh, that's nice. Every time, if you listen to the back to the last 10 episodes, Ray will go, oh, that's nice.
Now I didn't make as much of a mess as I did last week. Then again, I think that was just because we had guests. You know, last week I think I was just a bit excited.
Yeah. I was going to say something there that I said. The boys were deadly last week.
You are, in fairness to them. Fair play to
enjoyed
Darren
it.
and Josh for doing it. Will we slaunch at these, lad?
Yeah, we better slaunch them.
Right.
Why not?
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
That's nice. Can't help it. It's just...
You always look me dead in the eye. Oh, that's nice. It actually is nice, though. I'm enjoying that.
Oh, God, Jackson.
Jesus, man, I tell you, she's a heavy beer now. Let me tell you that. That one came from deep.
Oh, no.
So anyway, Ray, it's been a while since we've actually recorded because we recorded that 10th episodes. Jeez, I'd say 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Jeez, I could have
You took a week off.
Huh? I did.
You did?
And I got pure jazzy.
You
myself. I did the Sligo Jazz School, the Sligo Jazz Project. It was Jazz Week in Sligo last week. Big jazz festival. They done a school then for 5 days. You get taught by the best musicians in the world.
You were like, I don't know.
Oh, I was like a kid in
Big
a china
shit.
shop. Yeah. It was unbelievable. A kid in a china shop. As if that's the last place a child want to be. A kid in the candy store.
Did you say kid in the China
A kid in a
shop?
china shop. I was like a bull in a candy store. No, it was unbelievable. There was some savage. I came to a couple of realizations while I was there.
What did you learn?
Number one, I learned that I am not a musician at all.
Oh no, they do. They scared the crap out of
Oh
you.
my Christ above. Like I was going, what am I doing? I gig every night, like.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't get one
You
gig.
only play, I'd say, about 4 or 5% of the cards that are out there.
I don't do any of them. I don't do any of the cards that are out there at all. Jesus, the boys are sick. And I also, my favourite discovery of the whole week was I discovered a whole different level of hipster. We know hipster or hippie, whatever. I don't know where they cross
I
over.
think there's two very different things that now.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to decide whether
It's
these
hipster,
were hippies.
hipsters are just,
So
you're thinking there might be one or the other, and you can't figure out which one they
I couldn't
are.
figure out which gender of hippie they were. I couldn't tell. Well, so I think I might have saw a couple, like a boy and girl, and I think one of them, I think he was a hipster and she was a hippie.
Right.
Because she wouldn't wear a bra to save her life by.
That's goal number one with hippies.
That's hippie. So they were bouncing around left, right, and centre inside Jesus.
But it was jazz you were doing now. It wasn't a personal fitness training course you were on.
Thank God.
No.
Thank God men weren't doing yoga.
Right.
Huh? She could have smothered herself. But maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they were both hippies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw the fella in the couple, he had mad long hair, which is cool with me. He tied it up in a neon pink bun. And this is all normal so far. He was wearing a red checkered shirt, a t-shirt underneath it, all pure normal. JA shorts.
What?
He was wearing O'Neill's JA shorts.
What time of the day was this?
This is what he wore like as his outfit. And then he was wearing red shin-high Doc Marten boots underneath this.
Oh my God.
So I was thinking, hipster has gone so far now that they've actually used everything weird. Like the whole idea is that you have to wear something original.
Yeah.
And everything has been so done. He got a pair of O'Neill JA shorts. The boy, he never pucked a sliotar or held a football in his life.
You assume that now.
Oh, well, I'm telling you he didn't.
He may have.
I doubt it. You didn't see him. I said, oh, lads, this has got away. I was expecting him to turn up in a full Kilkenny kit the next day with a hurl helmet.
It's great for the town.
It was great for the
Fair play
town.
to Eddie for organising it.
Eddie Lee, I have to give him a shout out.
He's some man.
It's been going on for years. It's the first time I've done it or seen it, and it is phenomenal. So massive shout out to Eddie. Like, it's unbelievable what
And the
he's
man
doing.
doesn't look like he's one bit stressed at all.
No.
He's standing there at the bar with a pint in his hand,
Yeah.
like he's just a punter at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the organisation that goes into it. Holy shit.
I won't lie to you. I got freaked out a little bit during that story
Why?
because I heard your doorbell
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, oh crap. I almost felt like we were getting caught doing something. Your landlady's coming over
She
to
is.
the house.
She is.
And I got one of those flashes with like when you were at something upstairs you shouldn't be at. And
Like
then I
what?
was thinking of how stupid I was having one of those flashes because we're only sitting here talking into a pair of microphones.
I know.
It's not like, we're butt naked lying in the bed together.
We're not harbouring Anne Frank in the attic. Jesus. Like,
It
my
freaked
God.
me out. I said my stomach jumped.
But anyway, that was the Sligo Jazz, right?
I did some of the jazz gigs during the weekend.
Yeah, you were doing sound at
I
them.
did. And there was two of them very good. The one in the middle,
Which
I
one?
couldn't understand. I don't know. I don't remember your man's name, which is better that I don't. 3-piece jazz band, but the three of them were playing 3 different gigs. The whole way through. I mean, the 3 of them got up there and they seemed like best pals when they were getting sound checking and whatnot. I think, cheers lads, you're a nice tight little trio.
One of them was reading the set backwards or something.
Oh, there was something. It'd be like actually playing the set back. Actually, that is a very good idea.
Yeah.
To get a cover band and tell them, right, lads, there's 4 of you in it. I want you to play 4 different songs,
Yeah.
but at the same time.
That is an
And
awful
then
idea.
you, if you could record that and go, Sligo's finest jazz.
I don't.
And now, in fairness, they were seemed to be tonally in the same kind of realm.
Right.
As in, when you hear a note out.
Yeah.
of a chord. Like say if someone
Yeah.
plays a chord and then someone plays another chord, they clash.
Yeah.
There was none of that, which I think is the magic of what they were doing.
Yeah, that's
because
very-
for some reason they were able to create complete chaos.
Yeah.
While at the same time staying kind of within the boundaries of what's.
Yeah.
You know, at no point I went, "You're after playing the wrong note there."
Yeah.
Or,
Well, how would you know?
I couldn't spot it.
There's a million chords there. Do you know someone told me a jazz joke? Tavi told me jazz joke.
I think I heard it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love
He
it.
said,
Go for it.
he said, what's the difference between a rock musician and a jazz musician? A rock musician plays 3 chords to thousands of people, and a jazz musician plays thousands of chords to 3 people. That's terrible.
I heard one too.
Go on.
But I might have to cut this out because I might tell it terribly because I have a terrible affliction about telling jokes.
Right.
I can't tell them.
Or understanding jokes too.
Or
Also.
understanding jokes, yeah. But apparently I can't tell jokes.
Right.
Apparently and this was told to me a couple of nights back. One of the lads said this to me, and I found it very funny at the time. And I'm now going to attempt to retell this joke, and I'm probably going to miss the punchline.
Go on.
Okay. So there was a lad playing. I'd like get this straight down my head. there was a lad playing piano in like a hotel bar, right? Tipping away, playing like background piano in the hotel bar.
I think I fucking know this one already.
Do you know it?
No, go on anyway.
Right. And
There's nothing worse than when someone says, "Oh, I think I know this one."
and a man of Asian descent, I don't know, is he Japanese or Chinese or in around that direction? He came up and he asked for a request.
Yeah.
He says, "Can you play jazz chord?"
Right.
So, have you heard it?
No.
No. Okay, good. That's good. So he says, "You play jazz chord?"
Right.
So the gentleman playing the piano says, "Oh, okay, I can play a jazz chord. Yeah, sound okay." So he played like a do do do, like a jazz kind of a
Little run.
pentatonic eighth type thing. Yeah.
Right. Well, the pentatonic 8th is the root.
Don't be lording it over to me now that you've all this great
Come on,
information.
out of it.
Anyway, so the young Asian man is not satisfied with what was played. He says, no jazz chord. You play jazz chord."
Right.
So the guy in the piano was going, "I'll give you a jazz chord then." So he started playing a pile of jazz chords, load of diminished fifths and associated ninths and all this sort of stuff.
Twice removed, the 11th.
11s. So yeah, he played a pile of jazz chords. And he was really flaking into the piano here, and then he said, "Right there now, I've played a pile of jazz chords for you. Is that not enough now to get you off?" Because this is getting awkward at the minute, like, because he's playing in you know what it's like when you're getting asked for a request and the person isn't happy then with what you're doing.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's annoying, and so this guy's getting really frustrated, and the Asian man's inside again. "No, jazz chord. You don't play jazz chord for me."
It's the worst.
It's terrible. But anyway, so he plowed into it again, and he gets real frustrated now, and he gives it one more go, and he must play about, I'd say, about minute and a half, 2 minutes, a pure, straight up jazz, right, full of jazz chords.
Yeah.
And he says, "Now, is that not enough for you?" And he says, "No, you don't get it right. It's just called to say I love you."
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I have another one for you.
shout out to Adam Daly for that one. Fair play to him. Go on.
Oh, Lord. Did he do a better accent? Adam
No,
Daly.
it's just as bad.
Adam Daly's a racist, lads. In case anyone's wondering. If you want to find out Adam Daly's a racist, I'll tell you a good one.
I actually used Adam Daly's voice there during we sampled him in.
Well, he's Asian, Adam Daly.
Yeah, go on, and what's your
It's
one?
Adam Daly, Lee.
Go on.
Oh, Jesus. Two deaf fellas walk into a bar.
Oh, God.
Right?
It's worse.
Right? I'm not going to do the deaf accent. I'm not able for it. Right? I can't do
You
it.
mean
Like,
you can't do? What's a deaf accent? Oh, I'm with you. Sorry, just the penny just dropped in my head there. Now
I
when
can't
went,
do it.
no, we can't do that on this podcast.
so two deaf fellas go in to a bar, and ironically, they both say, "Geez, I love music," you know. Mm-hmm. And so one of them goes up to the fella behind the bar and he says, "Is there music here tonight?" And he says, "There is music here." And he says, "What is it, jazz?" And he says, "No, it's not jazz." He said, "Rock and roll." "No, it's not rock and roll." He said, "What is this?" "Some country and western."
Yeah.
And the fella says, "Oh, lovely, lovely." And he goes back to his other deaf friend. And the deaf friend says, "Is there music here tonight?" And he said, "Yes, there is." He said, "Is it jazz?" He says, no, it's not jazz. Is it rock and roll? He said, it's not rock and roll. And your man said, well, what is it? He said, it's some cunt from Wexford. No.
Country and Western.
Some cunt from Wexford.
But I couldn't understand he was hearing them at all if he said he was deaf.
I know, but you're in that the irony of the joke, Raybo.
I suppose, yeah. Fairness.
Artistic license.
Yeah, true.
He had 30% hearing in one ear.
It's fair enough. Good to know. Good to know. Good
Just in
to
case
know.
you're wondering about the fella. Right, that's enough jokes I'd say for today. What else have you, Ray? Have you had in there? You usually take a few notes.
I did. With our Irish sayings, we had a few. Bringing it up from, this is episode 9 we're talking about now.
Yeah.
The Irish sayings, there was a few thrown into us there. A sniper wouldn't take her out. And that's about the only one that I can actually say.
Don't say the one I'm drinking, Ray. Right. We got loads of them, and we just couldn't say any of them.
No, they were really terrible. And they were really, really, you know, did you open that? Would you open that window, would you?
I open up, sorry, boy.
You're missing the dog barking in the background. It's not the same podcast without the dog barking in the background.
No.
Right, I'm looking at my notes here now. Well, I'll start with something fairly simple. Have you used Microsoft Word?
I often use Microsoft Word, yeah.
Right.
Not anymore. I don't have it.
Not anymore. Would you have a familiarity with Microsoft Word?
Faith than I would.
Right, good. Come here and tell me now, if you had a paragraph and you decided you wanted to move it to maybe further down the page,
right?
How would you do it?
I would copy and paste the whole lot, delete it, and then I would re-put it where it needs to be.
Right. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have copied the paragraph and I would have moved it. I would have gone down
Deleted
where...
it?
No, deleted. No. I wouldn't have deleted it straight away because I'd be afraid you hadn't copied it. There'd be that paranoia. You'd always want to leave it there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so I copy it and I scroll down the page and I paste it to where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And then I go back up and I delete it out of where it was.
Yeah.
And I think, great. That's that now. That's way better the way it is. Jesus, you were right there. You
Man, that stuff is heavy, man. Rosie's heavy, boy.
So that's how I work it. During the week, I learned a very valuable lesson.
Right.
I've been doing it wrong for years.
Well, so have I, obviously, then. So.
Yeah, but I hope that this maybe might inspire some of our listeners that they also might have done it wrong. And I'd say we're going to get a flood of people kind of going, Jesus, that's mad.
Yeah, life hack.
Yeah. Do you ever, when you right click on the paragraph at the very start of that process, you know, when you right click, you've selected it and you right click and you go and you see the first thing you can see is cut.
Yeah.
Have you ever used that?
No, I thought that was just another delete.
A fancy delete.
Yeah, a fancy delete.
A fancy delete.
Yeah,
I'm 34, going on 35, and I've done college courses. I've worked in jobs.
Imagine.
I've used Microsoft Word for, I'd say the best part of maybe, I'd say 20 years.
So we both thought cut was a fancy delete.
A fancy delete.
And apparently it's not.
It's not a fancy delete. When you cut the paragraph, right? What happens is it's basically exactly what it says in the tin. It's cut and paste. So if I had a piece of paper here now and I cut a piece off it, right?
You can move it somewhere
I can move it and put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's the same in Microsoft Word.
No way.
If you cut and then you go down and you paste it where you want it to be, it will immediately delete it where it was.
And all right, and save it.
Well, it actually deletes it straight away. So you basically, it cuts it out of where you have it and then it'll paste it to where you want it.
That's
so you
amazing.
don't have to go back and delete it.
Oh, that's amazing. That.
But isn't it really sad when you find out that you've been at something for 20 years and you've been doing it horribly wrong?
Yeah, no, but that's what they call a life hack now. I just see them on the Facebook and stuff.
Why didn't I ask this question? Why wasn't I curious enough years ago to go, what does cut do, lads?
But Ray, the amount of stuff that your computer does that you don't know it does is unbelievable. Even on these MacBooks here as well now, I do see people flying around with shortcuts and stuff. I'm half the night trying to get this thing going. Like, Jesus, like we're sitting here about 2 hours usually before. I'm going, okay, hang on a sec. Play, record.
My sisters are in Japan.
Right.
Joanne and Karen.
Doing what?
Big shout out.
A big shout out to Joanne and Karen. Yeah.
Joanne and Karen and Michael, Joanne's fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Karen single, is she?
She is, I don't know, sure she wouldn't tell me.
Huh?
Yeah. Be careful now, they get an awful doing on this podcast. People have actually come up to me and said,
Ray.
What? To do get an awful abuse.
You can't be saying they get an awful doing and not expect me to say anything. Jesus Christ.
But that's the thing, that's what they're away in Japan anyway. And there was a funny story.
Right.
Apparently we have a relation in Japan.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
A cousin something. I won't give names now
Okay.
because for fear he might be listening.
Well, I thought he might have a Japanese name, like.
No. He's a cousin. Like he's one of my mother's family.
Right.
That is living abroad in Japan now for years.
Right.
And I'd say he's a couple of cousins removed. He's a first cousin removed, once removed, or one of that sort of crap, which no one understands.
Yeah, I don't
at the
get
best of
that
times.
at all.
No. And when the girls were saying they're going over to Japan, my mother said, "Geez, you must go and meet." We'd say Jimmy.
Right.
Let's go meet Jimmy. Jesus, he's over there now years. He'd love to see you. So there was contact details established and whatnot, and I think there was contact made,
Right.
and it was arranged that they'd meet this first cousin once removed,
Yeah.
abroad in Japan.
Right.
And the last evening we were sitting at the dinner table at home. Now they'd gone at this stage abroad out to Japan, and we were chatting at home. What's left to us of a family, we're chatting about the two girls in the big adventure abroad in Japan,
Aye.
and we're talking about the fact that they might be meeting Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
And then my mother started talking about Jimmy a little bit. And she said, he's had a very tough old time, Jimmy, so he had. Tough old time. He got a tumour there on the ankle, and they had to take the ankle off. And then he got a tumour in the knee, and they had to remove the knee, right up to the arse. Myself and Marie were sitting at the table going, so is he missing everything on
leg.
the right side? A leg, but right up to the buttock.
Yeah.
So there's just basically, just below the hip is just a big gap. He's only the one leg.
Jesus.
But you know what my mother didn't tell the girls? Was that fact.
That's something you have to be letting people know.
It really is, but we said this to her. I said, what, did you not tell Joanne and Karen that there was going to be a one-legged man, like something out of The Fugitive?
Yeah, you're
meeting
mad
me at the
hopping
train
out.
station.
Jesus Christ. How will we know what he looks like? Well, I don't know, he's got brown hair, like he's got...
He'd be a small man.
Yeah.
He'd be a small man.
He'd be leaning against a wall. Oh man. I'm burping something. This thing is killing me. What's in this stuff, Ray? Mother
You bought it.
It's killing me. Jesus,
You'd be up
Mary
in
and St.
A&E
Joseph.
now in no time. Do you know the way you said we could record today? Yeah. I noticed that Nicola was downstairs.
Sure.
Is today's Nicola day off?
Yeah.
I really messed that up. Is today's Nicola?
It's today Nicola's days off.
Is today Nicola's day off?
Yeah.
There, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, why?
It is.
Yeah.
How are you doing a podcast nowadays? That's date day.
What's your Ray?
Every good relationship has to have date day.
I know, but there's no rest for the Kendi. Let me tell you.
No.
We have to keep working.
Does she mind us doing it today?
I'm not so sure. It only takes a little while, doesn't it?
Huh?
It only
I
takes
seen
a
her
little while.
struggling bringing in the shopping there as I was coming up the stairs. You know, no help, nothing.
She's bringing
You know,
in 4
putting on the
bags
dinner.
of shopping. She's bringing in 4 bags of shopping while I was sitting on the arse.
Sitting there on the couch on your phone. You were actually, I suppose it's when you're only observing things, you're kind of going, this is the way, you know, the stereotypical relationship. You know,
Well, let me tell you
married
something,
couple.
mate. If we're living in this world of equality now,
Yeah.
they can carry the fucking shopping. Right?
Controversial.
Controversial be arse. Right? We're living in a world, we're trying to get this world of equality. Let you carry in the shopping and we talk about it then.
Yeah.
We'll see how we get on. But she was doing the man's carrying the shopping in. She carried all of them in at once, like.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the whole struggling with the fingers.
Yeah,
kinda,
like I'd
fingers
get as
didn't cut
much.
off her.
Yeah, carry as much in as you can.
I had date night on Tuesday night.
Oh.
I did.
Wait, don't be saying that.
Why?
Because we don't do a date night.
I know, but you should do a date
She'll
night.
get
I'm telling
pure.
you.
Will you shut up about this, will you? It costing me a fortune now,
You
you
need
are,
to do
you
a date
bastard.
night. Oh, jeez, yeah, no, we went out for the dinner and everything. We went out abroad to Oshties in Ross's Point.
I went below to, I've never been Osty's, but
Oshties is lovely.
yeah, it's supposed to be.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And I was well impressed with it now.
Yeah.
I got the steak.
You did.
I did.
Nope. Yeah.
€25, lad.
25 fivers.
Yeah. Now, ordinarily, I probably wouldn't go for the steak.
Yeah.
But lately, myself and herself, young Emer,
Aye.
we've been kind of on a kind of a it's your turn, my turn to pay for dinner.
It was her
experience.
turn.
It was her turn, apparently. In my head, it was her turn.
Oh no.
So I ordered the steak. And she goes, "Oh, you getting the steak, are you?" I said, "I am getting the steak." I said, "I'm going to get the steak and the chips." I said, "This is going to be nice."
Yeah.
And she let me order it. And she didn't go mad now. She got the old chowder.
Yeah.
But then midway through the meal, anyways, I was tucking well into my steak at this point. She says, "You know, it's your turn."
Oh no. And you had ordered the steak.
I was and a pint. I was 30 quid down already.
Oh no. How did you get the mix up?
I just
Had she bought no McDonald's or something?
It's been a couple of weeks since we had gone out for the grub, like so.
Yeah, because you don't get time to bring them out, Ray.
No.
Just will you say that, please? Thanks.
No, you get once a week, like.
Once a week.
Once a week, date night is once a week.
You are crucifying me right now, Ray. You're absolutely crucifying me. She gonna kill me now. That's the end of me. I hope you're happy, Ray. Can I move in with you?
No. Do you know what Emer's doing in September?
Where is she travelling to this time?
What?
Where is she travelling to this time?
Well, she's going doing a wee course in personal training.
Oh, no, PT.
A PT course.
Oh, runs in the
Now,
family.
I might have to cut this out as well because she mightn't want the whole world knowing.
Right.
But nonetheless, I've started to think that this could be particularly bad for me.
Why?
Because, do you know, if you're a musician,
Yeah.
you want a nice bass and you want a nice guitar and a nice amp. You know, if you're into music, you want to be in a nice band.
I know where this is going.
You don't want to be like, playing to an old shit amp and driving an old banger.
Oh, that's
funny,
man.
So if you're a personal trainer
Yeah.
or even a personal trainer in training,
Yeah.
and you people know you're doing a bit of personal training.
Yeah.
And then they see you out with this big mess.
Ray, you're not a big mess.
Not a drop of training done me, lad.
We did one day's training.
We did one photo shoot above in the gym and haven't got into it since.
Oh, Jesus. But Ray, we have to go back to that. We promised ourselves we'd go
I'm
to
worried though. I'm going to have to do something because otherwise I'm going to be a disgrace.
You think she's going to go on with some big musty fella?
I don't know. I just think I'm just going to get abused about it for quite a while.
Well, no, I think she might run off with someone else, if I'm honest with you.
Oh?
No, I have to be honest with you, Ray. You're punching too far above your weight now.
I've
And if
done
she
that for a
goes,
while.
she's going to go and get the arse firmed up now and everything, man. You're done, boy. You're
It's
done.
firmed up.
Your goose is cooked, boy, when that happens.
Cheers, there's the doorbell again now. I'm after getting freaked out again now.
Is there a doorbell?
Is that the landlady again?
Let me tell you something, Ray.
What?
And I hope they're listening.
Right.
I really hope they're listening.
Who, the landlady?
If that is a Vodafone rep, lads, if any of you out there are Vodafone reps, will ye stop ringing my doorbell every week? Because I keep telling you, your friend was here last week. I told him no. Then another one called yesterday again. I said, here, man, this has to be a joke. Like, there's more houses than Rushing Ireland in Sligo. Like, will
That's
you
fair.
stop knocking my... So if you are a Vodafone rep, will you leave me house alone?
What
Stay
number?
away from Rushing Ireland. I'm not telling them the number of my house.
Okay.
Just get
That would
off my
close.
turf.
Right.
Get the hell out of Rushing Ireland. Go and hit another point. Don't work around
We
these
never
places.
get Vodafone reps.
Oh man, every week I get a Vodafone rep knocking the door. And I'm with Air. Right? Strong, proud. Right, I'm not proud. Anyway, I'm just with Air. I don't care who does me television as long as it's a sport, right?
Yeah.
And they all try and do the guilty thing on me. They all go, oh, see, we're doing it now for 30. Oh, what are you paying? I mean, like, I feel like saying to him, how much in your account, like? That's another thing. Oh, how much are you paying for it? That's
It is a very personal question.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
How much are you paying for that now?
Yeah. And they want to know.
Yeah. Oh, we could have done it for 30 now. Wouldn't that a pity? Yeah, well, like, I signed a 2-year contract. The more you talk to me, the more you're wasting your time.
When the phone people ring you, they take it straight away. Oh, I'm in a 2-year contract. Oh, okay. Thank you for
No.
taking the call, Mr. McAndrew. Goodbye.
They all make it seem like, oh, geez, aren't you an awful aegis? They all do that thing where they go, oh, yeah, what are you paying there now? I tell them then when oh, yeah, see, we could have done for 30. Oh, aren't you an awful aegis now to go with them, aren't you?
So they're insulting you.
Would you go away, will you? Will you leave me alone? I heard one, right? People from like the ISPCA, like Dogs Trust.
Emer
called.
got done with that.
Dogs Trust
Oh.
called. Did she?
She got done badly.
And is
The
it coming
lovely lady came to the door. I'm here for Dogs Trust. And
Yeah.
I said, Emer, you like dogs. You talk to her. So Emer came in, poor out Emer. Goodness, there's great goodness in her. And
Yeah.
there was no way that woman wasn't leaving the house out 10 off Emer every month.
Yeah, she signed
And-
up.
Yeah, she signed up. And to this day, when Emer's doing her budgets for the end of the month, she kind of goes, Jesus, a lot of money going out this month. Might have to get rid of the Dogs Trust.
Well, I think I do UNICEF or something. I do £15
I
for
do the
someone.
UNICEF.
Yeah.
But I have an awful sneaking suspicion that my money is lying in some fella's pocket below in
But
Switzerland.
look,
and
whatever
near
it
the
is,
kids. But anyway.
look, there is fees. I asked them on the door. I said, how much of this goes to you and your admin, and how much goes to whatever. And I don't mind. I know it has to work that way. Whatever. Anyway, Dogs Trust called to a friend of mine's house, right?
Right.
And he said, look, I've already got like 2 or 3 direct debits for charities, man. I can't do it. And do you know what your man said to him?
What?
All right, so you're not really a dog lover, are you? And he said, you may go away from my door as quick. Be telling me I'm not a dog lover, like. Get
He
out
was trying to
away
get
from
it
me.
as well.
Then trying to pure guilt.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay, so you don't
We
like
could do the dogs for 30.
Huh?
We could do the dogs for 30.
How much are you paying now? How much are you paying for the children in Africa?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We could do the dogs
We
for-
could do the dogs over.
We could do it cheaper. Cheaper. And there's a lot more closer to home.
Yeah.
There's more dogs around here now than there's children. I'm going to get into the pièce de résistance now.
What's that?
This is something now I think we'll knock the crack out of.
Oh my Christ almighty. The two of us. What is in this Aldi beer, lads? It's unbelievable.
Anyway,
Jesus.
it's good to get that out now, but they're out and in. I know we've spoke about this before,
Right.
but I suppose it's in my mind because I'm going to a wedding on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
One of Emer's friends' wedding.
Lovely.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think it's because you always look forward to weddings you're going to when you're just plainly a guest. And you're not like a right up the front guest. You're just a back down the back guest.
I'm actually the opposite.
Do you like being right up the front?
No, I prefer being at a wedding where it really means something to me.
Oh, but it does mean something to me. Like.
Yeah.
But it means that you can kind of... there's no spotlight on you.
Okay.
You're there to celebrate their big day.
You see, I love the spotlight.
You love the spotlight. See, that's the difference.
I got to be best man at a wedding for Joey and Lisa.
And you loved it.
I was the best thing I ever done. I loved it.
You were the best man.
Yeah, I was the best man there.
Yeah.
For sure. Like.
Well, of course, I'm thinking about weddings now.
Yeah.
And
Dangerous.
it is dangerous, I know. No, say nothing.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, you know the way again.
Are you going to propose to
No.
Emer live on podcast?
No. That's a great idea.
God. Oh my God. Okay, everyone. I can't believe this is happening.
No.
This is shit. Where is she?
Shh.
Go on. Sorry.
Be quiet.
Okay, don't say it else.
You're getting me back now because I talked about date night.
Yeah,
That's what's happening here.
You ruined me, man. Come on.
The topic came up again during the week in work about how much you put in a card.
Oh, yeah.
And then we started talking about how much hotels charge for per head and all that crack. And one of the lads was saying that he got away with €45 a head.
What?
Yeah. Or that was back a couple of years now.
9 fivers.
Yeah. And we were thinking, right, if it's €45 a head and two of us go, $150 in the card is great.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking, but most weddings these days are between 55 and 70 a head.
For sure.
Definitely.
45 is fair cheap, boy.
It is. You got a great deal there.
Did you skip the dessert or something?
No, it was a great wedding. But I was thinking then, if it is, we'll say 70. Round it up to 70. That's two of us at 70. That's €140 to put myself and Emer up there in the Radissoon on...
Well, no, that won't put you up, like.
It'll just pay for our hotel experience, yeah. So 140, you'd want to be given the 200 in the card.
Yeah, you would, Jim. It's lunacy, isn't it?
You know, and you're searching around. If I had a card at the wedding, you're searching around for a mother or a brother or a bridesmaid or a groomsman or someone.
Oh,
you don't want to give it to the groom and the bride because you're thinking, no, I don't be annoying them with cards.
Yeah.
So it's a very kind of some people have post boxes.
Yeah,
that's a very good one.
Joey
So when you come
Lisa
into
had that,
when you come into the wedding, when you come into the hotel reception, there's a post box and you drop your card in there. But I was thinking
right
that I would put my wedding, if I ever get married, up on Ticketmaster.
Oh, good.
I do time it to say it just when you're taking a drink.
Just when I'm taking a drink, you say the stupidest stuff. You come out with your stupidest lines when I take a drink. Man. Jesus Christ.
I'd release tickets. I do it like a gig. Because it's an event. If myself and ever getting married, it'd be an event. Would it be a date? There'd be a venue.
Yeah, but would you open it to everyone?
There'd be a band playing.
Would you open it to everyone?
No, this is the thing now. First of all, so you'd have tickets, right? So we'll say, right, what can we handle in the venue? We'll say 250, right? It's 250. You'd have to keep 50 tickets back, you know, for friends and family. A guest list, if you will.
Jesus, that won't be long. Going past 50 now, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that's the thing. You'd be really cold and callous about it. All the cousins, they'd have to buy their own tickets.
Right.
So you say straight up, right? Straight up, tickets on sale 9 o'clock this Friday morning.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm just thinking of the scenario, man.
Well, what you could do is like 3 do. You could do a pre-sale code then for your family and friends,
geez.
and they can get at it on the Thursday.
Yeah, like if
So
you're a subscriber to the Kenji Raybo podcast,
you'll get
early admission.
You get early admission to buy the ticket.
Yeah.
So your mother and father will be there on the internet on 9 o'clock on the Thursday morning, trying to get the pre-sale tickets.
Yeah.
And then they'd be pissed off then when they couldn't get any. And I said, look, you might win one in a competition later on the day. Because after that, then you could be giving them away then. Yeah. You could do like win 2 tickets to Ray's wedding, you know, all you have to do is like and share the post.
But where's the cut-off point, like?
Well, there'd be 200 then a go up, right? And they tick over.
For anyone?
Yeah, for everyone and anyone. Now, Emer did say that she didn't want randomers coming, but then again, that's the risk. But what randomer wants to come to a wedding like? You know, the tickets would be what? $69.99, not including booking fee. You know, but then I was thinking, I got thinking into it then, thinking, right, that'll be great then, because then you don't have to worry about invitations or nothing. You say, look, we're going to have the day.
Yeah.
Buy your ticket if you want to come. If you don't want to come, sound.
Yeah.
So there's no hassle on anyone. If you bought your ticket, you don't want a present.
Yeah.
You're just pay for the day.
Yeah.
You're just running an event. There's a band playing in a function room,
Yeah.
buy a ticket to go see it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And we all be there.
And the church as well, obviously.
Well, no, that's the thing though. When you get into the church, you'd show your ticket, and we'd scan it like
And
they do. And
an
then
altar boy.
you get a wristband. You get a wristband. Yeah, Rick all the boys down the bottom of the church scanning tickets.
Yeah.
And then you get a wristband, and that wristband allows you entry then into the reception later on in the day.
You're going to turn this into like a Ryanair job you'd be paying. It's $1.99 then for the body of Christ as well. A drop of wine.
But you'd have your seats and all in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have your seats.
Where-
I'm row F.
I'm Roy. Seat 16. Sorry, I think you're in my seat, lovey. Sorry, no.
But there wouldn't be any hassle then. You'd everybody be in the right spot. You'd have everybody allocated out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you'd have a few pre-production tickets that you'd let off then at the last minute.
Yeah.
Before the wedding. Lads, we have 50 extra tickets and we're going on sale this Tuesday.
Yeah, jeez.
So if you missed your opportunity, now's your time.
Well, your wedding definitely wouldn't sell out anyway with 250 by
But wouldn't you be afraid then that, the seat wave crack, the crowd that does the bootleg tickets? They'd come in, the touting, yeah, because you'd hardly have two lads standing outside the church going, get you our tickets, tickets for Ryan Eamer's wedding.
Hats, flags, or headbands, tickets. Yeah, imagine.
Are you buying or selling tickets? Anyone buying or selling tickets?
Anyone want to do a swap? I have 2 standard tickets out the back. I have 2 standard tickets in. Oh, for God's sake.
But then, yeah, I was just thinking of Seatwave or one of them crowd went in, and when I released the tickets and we'll say the Friday morning, they buy up 150 of them.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
instantly the tickets for my wedding are available now on another website at vastly inflated prices.
Oh, Jesus.
Just I had to pay €600 on Dundee to get to this friggin' wedding.
For 2 standing tickets. I got 2 standing. I was down beside the boy. I was down beside the outfit, farting down the back.
And then you turn up then on the day then and it turns out they're fake.
Ray, I don't think it'll catch on.
How are you feeling now? What way? Episode 11.
Yeah, Ray, isn't it a bit surreal or something? I can't thank people enough for actually getting onto us. I didn't think it was going to kick off like this.
It's nice now.
There's people onto us all day, every day.
Yeah.
Quoting us and telling us stuff that they want to hear on us or saying it's great. And like, we're 11 episodes deep and we want to keep going because we're loving this, the two of us.
That's good crack now.
We're absolutely loving it. So keep sharing it around, keep telling people about us. Keep sending us in stuff because we love finding that
That's
stuff.
good stuff now, in fairness.
There was a fella sent you a gem of stuff today, and some of it was so bad we just can't say it.
No.
we just can't say
No,
it.
there's none. No, none of the rest of that. Oh yeah, I wouldn't ride her into battle.
I wouldn't.
So you can't say that.
You can't, of course.
You can't say I wouldn't ride her into battle when talking about a girl that you're finding attractive. You can't say that.
Well, you wouldn't be finding her attractive if
you
wouldn't.
said yeah.
So
What is it? Don't shift her if you can't hide her. What's that one? I've gotten that one wrong, haven't I?
No, that's it.
If you can't hide her, don't. Oh no, that's
If you can't hide her, don't ride
Don't
her.
ride
Oh,
her.
that's terrible. We can't say that
It's
one.
gone.
That was the biggest responses, the Irish sayings. I think that's kind of it, Ray. Like, are we done?
I think for this week,
Yeah.
I believe we have successfully filled the gap
Yeah.
in people's lives
Yeah.
that is suitably filled by Kendi and Raybo.
Yeah. Well, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Friends
That little
lives.
45 minutes that you give us as you're travelling to work
Yeah.
or you're cleaning the house. That's you, Tony, by the way, I'm talking about. We'll be back with episode 12.
Yeah.
We may have a guest. There was talk of our agricultural correspondent
Maybe.
joining us.
Yeah, Trev might be on. You never know. We're
Trev
going to
might
do
be
something.
on.
But look, this is episode 11. It's back to just me and Raybo.
So apologies if
So-
it was crap.
No, but I mean, look, it's really just a big fair play to you. We made it through 10 episodes and we were going, fuck, that's mental, like.
Yeah.
So thanks a million. Let's keep it going, like.
Fair play to everyone.
Fair play to all of us.
Yeah.
Left, right, and Kendi, fair play to all of us.
Good luck.
Good luck.